Hi, Luis. How are you, Luis? Luis. Hi, Jason. Welcome back to the Cafe Coffee Day. Still here. I'm in a storytelling mood. This is the last scope for the day. So, whoever is there, kindly say yes. The last scope froze. Say yes. Hello. Okay, Jason won. Who else? Who else? There are 3 people on my scope, but I can see only one person communicating. Should I check? Help me, Baba, help me. You're the only one, right? The 2 people are watching. Okay, Abdullah and Luis. Yeah, Luis. Hey, Luis, how are you doing? So, Luis, I haven't followed you yet. I'll follow it tonight, promise. So, this story is about how a ranting, fighting, depressed, angry man, husband and father became a loving and caring husband and dad. This story starts in the beginning of the summer breaks when a boy from Lucknow, the capital of Uttar Pradesh, goes to Mumbai to his uncle's house. Uncle and aunt both work, so they leave him in the flat in the morning and he's locked in the house and he's sitting in the balcony and observing the house. And they come in the evening. So his balcony is exactly opposite to a balcony of another family consisting of a husband, wife and their 8 to 10-year-old kid, who's a great boy, quite cheerful, chubby, and he wears knickers and he keeps playing with his toys and he cycles and whatever not till the dad comes. As soon as the dad comes, the house turns into a madhouse. The father slaps the kid or spanks him. He argues with his wife, fights with her, throws things, and till he's tired, he sleeps there. So what happened? One day after 10 to 12 days after this boy had come from Lucknow to Mumbai, this is a story. It's actually fiction. It was dramatized by Nalini Singh in a series called Ek Kahani in the late 80s on Doordarshan, the Indian national television. And I'd seen all the stories of the story. They were interesting stories about how people are silent or like how they hide their pain or how they express their pain or about emotional stories. So suddenly this man changed after fortnight. He came, he lifted his kid, he kissed him, put him in his lap, called his wife, sat with her, hugged her, cuddled with her, then went to the kitchen, he cooked, he brought her food and he fed her with his own hands. Just like eating out of his hands. Say, Luis, are you there, Luis? Are you able to listen? What this boy does is he follows this man on a day and he finds that this man is working in a shop, a store, a grocery store, where his boss is always shouting at him. He's barking orders one after the another from 10 to 6. That is 8 hours of work, excluding half an hour lunch. There are continuous barking of orders and this man is being run like a machine without a second of rest. When the work is over, this man, the husband, picks up his briefcase and goes out of the shop. He walks to a few kilometers and goes to a secluded ruins overlooking the sea. He opens his briefcase, takes out a photograph, places it on a rock and starts shouting and giving abuses and curses to that photo. Suddenly the camera pans on the picture and the picture is that of his boss. So what he's doing is venting out his feelings on the, not his real boss, but the picture of the boss. By not hurting his boss, he's not losing his job. By shouting and venting out his anger and the trauma, he's releasing out his team stress and trauma. So this is a win-win situation. Neither he is angry with anybody, nor he is ruining his relationship with his employer. And then he comes home, puts the photo back. Twilight Zone, the one about vampires. And then he puts back the picture in the briefcase and goes home, lifts his kid, puts him in lab, kisses him, hugs him, calls his wife, puts his hand around her shoulder, hugs her, kisses, cuddles with her, goes to the kitchen, brings the food, feeds both of them, and then they go out for a walk. So this is the exact way how to deal with depression or anger or stressed up feeling or anxiety or bad vibes. If you are into a negative vibe, just take it out on inanimate things rather than quarreling with people around you and making their life hell also. Because your day sucked, don't create the life of your family into a sucking day. They'll detest you. Still on sci-fi. But sci-fi doesn't have emotions, does it? There was another story about two soldiers were posted in border area, and they are both army jawans, and this Jawan X keeps on praising his dad, his mother, his son, and all, loving and all that. So what happens is, suddenly while going to his village, this Jawan Y, who's all the time hearing praises about his Jawan's friend's father and wife and kid and brother, visits his village. The reception is very weak. I mean, they are silent, they are glum, they are not smiling, they are not happy. They do feed him, he sleeps there, they take very good care of him, but nobody talks to him, nobody smiles, nobody laughs, nobody replies to anything. After 3 days when he goes, and he keeps on thinking, he keeps on remembering the dialogues of the other Jawan. Every time his wife offers him food with a glum face, he says, my wife is very happy and cheerful and she takes care of guests with love. Then when he talks to his father and who doesn't reply anything, this goes into flashback when the Jawan is saying, my dad is so communicative and talkative and funny, he cracks jokes. Then when his son does not come to play with him, my son is very good and he meets everybody, and his brother cold shoulders him. Then while he about to return, the father gives him a telegram which says that the Jawan died in a firing incursion last night. So though the parents have taken very good care of the guests at home, but they have not made him unhappy by sharing the grief till he leaves the house. The story is we from village Majha are like bison's two horns. When the weight on one horn goes too much, we put the weight on the other horn, which means we share the grief of somebody. So human emotions are like that. What it tries to explain the entire series is, don't make others' life unhappy by sharing unhappy things. Talk positive, be positive, talk good, even if you are going through pain. Trust me, I've undergone in the last from 2002 to 2014 12 years of hell. There were very tumultuous time where I had the skin disorder. Then there was a problem with the family. There's a problem with the kid. Even now there is slight problem with my son. When my wife is stressed up about what he'll do, but I have no. Hi Chris, you're late. I'm about to close the scope. You can watch the replay, Chris. There are interesting stories. But I have danced, I've sung, I've organized rock gigs. I met 5 people every day. I've talked to them. It's interesting, right? Very good, interesting stories. I have made friends, 10 a day. They are mostly in 20s and 25. I organized rock gigs. I've sung at concerts. I've sung in 5-star pubs. I've composed songs. I've written songs. I've blogged. I've made jokes. Whereas inside me, I was in a tumultuous position. Had I been glum, depressed, inward-looking, lonely, introvert, then I would not have been scoping here. I would have been hanging on some ceiling in a rope with my neck in a noose, or cut by a coming railway train or a metro, or jumped from a 18th floor building. But I did nothing of that sort. I talked. Basically, I talked to people. I stayed happy. I put the negativity at the back of the mind without ignoring it. I never ignored the problems. I solved the problems. Because problems solve itself. I didn't solve the problem. Basically, the problem solved itself. When you are in a problem, don't try to solve it. The problem solved themselves. Yeah. And because of the problem, don't rant, cry, grumble, depressed, be unhappy, show a glum road, grin, make life of people around you a mess. Make new friends, talk to people, go out, sing, follow your passion. For exactly this reason, I always advise people, like Ayush Mishra is one of the scopers here who plays guitar. So I tell every person who's a creative game designer or a singer or an artist or a model or a dancer or a singer or a playwright or a theatre personality, never forget your passion. The moment your girlfriend ditches you, go to theatre and perform. The moment you don't have money, write a song and sing it out. The moment your wife nags, just take out your guitar and strum a song, sing a song. The moment you have no money you lost your job, get out and do a hustle or boogie. Go to a pub, dance around like a madman. You will forget entire bad day and you can start from scratch. I remember a song by Chumbawamba which goes like this: I get bogged down, but I get up again and nothing can keep me down. Name of the song is Chumbawamba. I get bumped down, but I get up again, and nothing can keep me down. Oh, tell me, boy, tell me. I don't remember the name of the song, but it is by Chumbawamba, and it's about cider drink, beer, going to a pub, drinking. So whenever you get bogged down, if your boss is an asshole, go on a Friday, pub around, drink beer, forget it, get knocked down, yes. But the name of the song is not Get Bogged Down, Get Knocked Down. It's something else. But the band is Chumbawamba, Chambawamba. So, when a boss is an asshole, rather than curing the asshole and being an asshole, I use Tweetcaster. I use Tweetcaster. I don't tweet from web or for a 55-year-old, I'm much tech savvy. Jason, I've been a coder between 1980 and hi Blue Wither. I've been a coder from ever since 1985 to 2005 when I quit coding because it was graveyard shift. I wanted to come back to family better than midnight. When I was in data center or